Hello everyone, welcome to Whilton Mill for the first time in 2024. It's a Motorsport UK British Kart Championships Paddock show. For here, the O-Plates, first meeting of the year. Cold, chilly, bit rainy, bit sunny, everything that you would expect from an Easter weekend basically here in doing during the winter break, and also how they've got on today. Free practice has been happening today. This is a slightly different format to what we've been used with Alpha Live Productions in the past, because we're streaming for both Saturday and Sunday for every single event in 2024. I can see a hub of activity in tyre check. We won't bother anybody in there now. I think the first place we're going to stop is Strawberry Racing. Very strong team, of course, back for another year. Second in the team standing for Rotax last year. I want to see if I can find, in two questions, Teddy Pritchard-Williams. Actually, let's see if we can find Kian Geraghty as well. Of course, we've come into an awning and there's no drivers. Teddy Pritchard-Williams, we'll tell him a little bit about plans for 2024, racing with Strawberry this year. Great to see him in that number 5, particularly quick in free practice earlier on this morning, looking pretty good. Kian Geraghty, in fact that is Teddy right there. Teddy, Super Ted, practice, how's it gone today?
Yeah, really good to be fair. Went fastest in a wet and a dry session, so can't really complain.
You're my first driver, so I'm going to ask you the big burning question. New last sector, what do you think of it?
No.
You're not a fan?
No, you go too much, it just smacks into the ground. It's going to be single file in the racing. I think when it gets scrappy on Sunday, it's just going to make it hard work.
Do you think it's going to open up different tactics in terms of where drivers are going to go for overtakes, more into turn 1 perhaps?
Overtake into there, and you come off so slow off turn 1, you hold the brake in the middle of that and everyone just hits into back of you, just drive off, don't you?
How's the kart performing? How's it feel to be racing with Strawberry this year?
Yeah, it's nice. It's a nice move to have.
Plans for the course of the season? Go for the whole championship?
Yeah, it's to give it a go.
Good stuff. Well, we'll see you again tomorrow. I can't see Kian at the moment, but we'll note that Kian's been running really running on OTK and Tony Kart machinery, but very much taking a bigger part in the engineering effort for 2024. We'll try and catch up with him tomorrow if we can, but yeah, really impressive stuff from Kian Geraghty so far this season. Is definitely another driver to be looking out for in 2024. Pro Train have looked decent so far this weekend. Good number of drivers with a good amount of experience. Someone's just run away from me and isn't going to get away that easily. Let's have a chat with Benjamin Southgate. Where's he gone? Mr. Southgate, come on in. Good to see you. How's today gone?
Yeah, it's been alright, not too bad. It's part of the game, isn't it? Testing.
Tough conditions out there?
Yeah, it's what I like, changeable conditions. So it'll be alright tomorrow.
What's the hope for the weekend as a whole?
Just keep improving on last week.
What was you think the biggest thing that
but the track's it's got so much grip now. It's just a bit chaotic at this time of year as well.
In terms of O-Plate experience prior for the folks at home, what have you had? What's key to do well on a one-off weekend like this?
Well, this is my first O-Plate in the first British Champs race.
There you go, that's showing me up for a start.
We'll see how this goes. So jump in the deep end. Yeah, be fine.
Good stuff. We'll have a good one, mate, and I'll see you next weekend as well. Yes, we'll have more racing across the course of the season here at Whilton Mill, and let's have a little poke into JDR. I talked to Jack Dex earlier, asked him was there anything particularly exciting news-wise for 2024. He said, don't know, I think they're looking to have a pretty solid weekend once again. Who have we got in here? In fact, let's have a little chat with Jack, see how things are going on. JDR know this circuit very well, of course. Jack, a few quick words for the Paddock show. Good day today?
Yeah, it was okay. The weather wasn't great, so he made it hard work, but the last session was dry and they were all somewhere near the sharp end, so yeah, it went well.
Lots of talk of the final few corners from an engineering and team running perspective. What new challenges has it brought in?
Yeah, it's really difficult for the driver. Getting off the last corner is really hard, so new challenge, which is fun. Hitting the curb in the right way, as we've all been talking about, it's difficult, and then yeah, it makes a difference for the gearing, the chassis setup. So, but obviously you've still got to be fast around the rest of the lap. So yeah, new challenge. It's different, but I don't mind it.
Lucas was second in this event last year. Lucas Ellingham. Do you think he's got the speed and the wheels underneath him to go one better this year?
I think so. Kid's really good. He knows the circuit well, and he's definitely one to have a go with it if it comes down to it. But I think this year's harder. I think we'll see how we can get on. But yeah, I think he's got a chance. Yeah.
Good stuff. Thanks for talking to us. Thanks for your time, Jack. Fully agree with Jack there. I think Lucas Ellingham, at any event round Whilton Mill, is definitely a factor. But I also think Jack is very much right in terms of talking about the field. A lot of really strong juniors stepping up to senior this year in the Rotax ranks. It is going to be tough for everybody out there to get a good result. I think if you can get on the podium this weekend in senior Rotax, that's a solid start. That's may not be the O plate that everybody's competing for here this weekend, but it's a good start to your season. I want to have a quick pop into Coles. I want some positivity about these final corners, and I'm going to look for Hugh Moulton. Where's Hugh? He said he was going to speak to me earlier. I think he's run away now. But yeah, Cole's looking good again this year. Good number of drivers. Could be a bit of a dark horse last year. Top 10 in the team standings 12 months, or less than 12 months ago. It's going to be a good year for them. I am going to have a quick chat with Finley Hines. Finley, very quickly, how did practice go earlier on today?
Oh yeah, it was all right. It wasn't that many drive sessions. It kept raining before we went out.
What goes through your mind as a young driver when that happens, when you sat in that pre-grid and all of a sudden rain just comes out of nowhere?
You look at the sky, see if it's going to pass, and then if it keeps pouring, it gets to a point where you know you've got to go on wets.
What's the biggest thing that you think you've learnt today?
The new track and the wet, the new section. It's actually quite difficult.
Difficult, but an enjoyable challenge?
Yeah, it is quite fun.
Good stuff. Well, so look out for you, Finley. Have a good weekend. I'd say that's the thing with the new final corners. I've not driven it yet, but from looking at the footage that we've had so far, this weekend and prior to this with Whilton Mill Kart Club, I think it is a challenge. I think it's going to really sort the cream of the crop out at the top of the order. I want to have a little wander away from the big awnings and see if Andrew Sutherland is around, because one of the great things obviously with the British Kart Championships is drivers from all over the country and who's around at the moment. Is he hiding in the van? He is. Come out and have a little chat with us, Andrew. Talk us about your journey down. 14 hours to get here. How are you finding Whilton Mill so far this weekend?
Quite good.
Talk me through your karts as well, because I think this is one of the best liveried karts in the whole paddock.
Thank you. I don't know, really.
In terms of practice today, was there some mixed conditions out there? Is it tough out there?
Yes.
And what's the hope for the weekend? What would be a good result?
On the podium, maybe, or the top 5.
I think there's a good chance of doing so. The speed looked good earlier on today. Best of luck, Andrew, for the rest of the weekend.
Thank you.
That's Andrew. We've got the reigning champion from the British Kart Championships last year, Ryan Watt. He's going to be a big factor. Ralphie Branscombe as well, 3rd last year in the O plate. He's going to be your highest ranked driver from that O plate in 2023. Cian Bernard has moved up to Minimax. More on Minimax later. I'm just going to see. Yes, let's have some more Honda time. Let's have a look into Ambition Motorsports. Very strong team in Honda Cadet. Have done some really good work with developing drivers over the years. I'm just going to stick my head in here. Is there anyone willing to have a little bit of a talk with us? Let's come on in and have a little chat with one of our younger drivers for the stream. Jay and Prakash, introduce yourself. I just have. How are you doing, Jay?
Good.
How was practice today?
It was,
Is it tricky a bit with the slippery conditions?
yeah.
What's your favourite part of this Honda Cadet kart? What do you like about driving it?
I like
The speed
yeah,
and this circuit as well. Is it one that you enjoy?
yeah.
Which is your favourite part? Which corner?
The Christmas corner.
Hard on the brakes up the hill.
Yeah,
You're going to be doing lots of overtaking through there tomorrow, do you think?
yeah.
Good stuff. Well, good to talk to you, Jayan, and yeah, keep progressing on as I've been doing some great work over the last 12 months as Jayan Prakash, and good to identify Christmas corner there as a good opportunity to overtake. I think we'll go back to the world of Max. If you were with us last year, I'd personally say I think Micro Max was our most entertaining category in 2023. The big story is that 9 of the top 10 have moved up from micro into mini, taking that first big step in the Rotax ladder. We've got a feature with Kian Bernard this weekend as well, so do catch that if you can. It's our FIA Academy representative for the OKJ and OKN classes in the FIA competitions later on in the year, but business to be dealt with here at Whilton Mill, of course. 1-2, we should remember, last year in Honda Cadet, and it's the second or third time I've been in this awning so far this weekend. The feeling I've got, there's a lot of quiet confidence in this awning, and a number of drivers who really feel they've got a good opportunity this weekend. See if we can find some other drivers. So we've talked to and see who we can find, who we want to have a talk to. Let's have a little talk to Achille Giannone. Achille, good to see you. How are you feeling ahead of this weekend?
I think I can definitely improve in little bits and things, and I think if I can improve those, I think I have a chance on the podium.
How does it feel to be driving for Zip this year? Really good?
It's a bit new, so we'll see how it goes.
In that last few corners, but you've had experience round here before. Is it a circuit you enjoy?
Yes, I do enjoy it.
And that last few corners in particular, what do you think about that?
To be honest, it's not my favourite, but I just have to deal with it.
Good stuff. Predictions for the weekend? Where do you think you could finish?
I think the best result could be at least a podium. If I can get first place, it'll be really good achievement.
Good stuff. Well, thanks for your time, Achille. Good to talk to you there. We'll just try and wheedle our way through. Sorry, gentlemen. Chester Forks is definitely a driver to keep an eye out for this weekend. I'm really excited to see how Chester Forks gets on in 2024. In fact, he's right behind this gaggle of Zip karts. Come forward, Chester, because I say Chester, one of our youngest drivers into Micromax this year. Chester, camera's over there. How did testing go today? How did practice go?
Good. It didn't go well in the last one, but we're going to try and make the kart better in the next session on Saturday.
What went wrong, or do we not know yet what went wrong?
Trying to figure it out, but we don't know so far.
How have you found this machinery? Obviously, you've been stepping up, so you've been racing for a good number of years through the Bambino category. The biggest thing that you've indeed. Well, you've been looking good. I'm going
Dismas Walker's 31 Micromax.
So you're all racing Micromax. The big question is, of all four of you, who's going to finish on top here this weekend?
We're all gonna try our best.
Top 4.
Yeah, we're all gonna get top 4. I think we have a good chance as well.
Well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That's the prediction. You don't need to watch any of the racing now. 1, 2, 3, 4 in some form of order between the 4 Zipcart boys. Well done, guys. We'll catch you later on. As I say, really good to see that with Micromax this year, it's a new influx. So whilst there's been a lot of last year's Micromax drivers who've moved up to Mini, I don't think that's going to mean that you're going to be short on talent in Micromax this year. A lot of drivers who, albeit a cadet or a youngsters category, have already got 2, 3, maybe even 4 years of experience of driving karts underneath their belts. Very keen to see how they get on. Jack's Motorsports are one of the big stories of this weekend, and we're not going to go in their awning tonight. I think we'll try and catch up with them tomorrow. The big news earlier on this week, and you'll be able to tell with a bit of their branding around as well. Jack's Motorsport, Project One Racing, now in partnership as the P1 group. Very interested to see how they get on, not just this weekend, but the getting together. One of them very much with that record in cadets and in younger categories, one in the older categories, looking to build a platform for drivers to go all the way through the owner part of the karting pathway. Guy Cunnington Racing, definitely a team to watch out for this weekend. Simple reason, Guy Cunnington himself was top of the standings this time last week for Whilton Kart Club. It's a beautiful weekend for commentators because lap record data is very easy. There's only one weekend of it, and as I say, it was Kart Club. Guy was the fastest in seniors. We've skipped past, sorry Piers, we've skipped past KR Sport. Some good signings for KR Sport. I'm driver with Croc Promotions. He has moved to KR Sport for 2024. Jensen Graham has also moved to KR Sport for 2024. Are there any drivers in here that we can have a talk to? Don't think so. Never mind. We can catch up with them tomorrow. But as I say, very interested to see how KR Sport get on. I think they're going to be taking a stand up in the order. Caden McQueen, we've also got an interview with, well, it's already been recorded at the time of recording here on Friday night. Definitely go check that out as well on the Karting UK YouTube channel, which we should say is new for this year, so part of the Motorsport UK TV platform of channels and media output. A new special channel especially for karting. Very interested to see how that one gets along. Argenti around the corner here. I think this is a big year for Argenti, continuing their partnership with Mercedes AMG Petronas and the Formula One team. Some new signings for them this year, including Emily Cotti, who we've also spoken to so far. Also quite interested to see how Kenzo Craigie gets on. Kenzo Craigie's second year in juniors. Had an up and down year last year, but again, based on what we've seen in Europe so far this year, that consistency that he was looking for last year in 2023 is getting there. There's still those moments where he doesn't quite get the results that he perhaps would have wanted, but there's a lot of confidence there in that paddock. Look out for good things from Kenzo Craigie this weekend. We've got about 5 minutes left. We're going to zip down towards DHR. This is, of course, the home circuit for Dan Holland Racing. Again, what they didn't win last year, to some degree wasn't worth winning. An absolutely superb performance from DHR. This is where I get lost in the paddock. Sam Pollock racing over there as well, but I want to sweep through to see if we can catch any DHR faces. I think one of the big things to look out for this weekend is Macaulay Bishop stepping up from juniors to seniors. We talked about it earlier, how there is a lot of talent moving up into that senior category. It's going to be harder for those drivers who've had success in seniors before to continue with that success. If we can find Macaulay, I think that would be opportune for us. Still on the LN chassis, of course. Served them well last year, becoming the top team in the team standings for Rotax, and lots of other good results as well. Who can we see in here? I can see Matthew Higgins. Very quick, Matthew. Very quick word. Thoughts for this weekend?
It's only Friday, but good so far. Crap weather.
It's questionable. But it's what we'd expect on an Easter weekend.
Yeah, and in the UK. So yeah, we should just take it somewhere else.
Dynamics changed in the tent a little bit. Your buddy Kai Hunter's gone. There's no holds barred between you and him now if you meet out on track.
No, I mean, there never was really anyway. We still race each other just as hard, just different colours now.
Good stuff. Have a good weekend. I think we've got drivers also in a midst of having a bit of training there. I don't want to disturb that because that's a crucial time for drivers to look at how they've got on today. But as you can see, another very professional layout here from DHR. Yeah, they're going to have a very good weekend. They've been looking pretty quick today. I'll just flash by my notes to remind myself who of cut through. Can we cut through there, Piers? We can't cut through. We're gonna whip round. Rotax Championship last year, he'd come so close so many times. Last year he made that breakthrough, and in this event, of course, has won the O Plate the last two. As a junior in 2019 as well, but he's moved teams. He's moved to a new but familiar outfit of Hunter Motorsport. I think we're gonna dive in right into the inner sanctum of come on in. Simple question. O-Plate, you've won it so many times before in so many different categories. What's the secret?
It's just like one of them races where you just got to give it everything. I think last year I was quite lucky with how it panned out. Obviously got a nose cone, but still got a few seconds in. So I think it's just one of them things where you have to, yeah, it's just a scrap at the end of the day. So yeah, be on top really.
Brand new chassis for you guys this weekend in Hunter Motorsport with the CS55. How's that been going?
Yeah, I think I'm very I like what I like with karts, so I like some different ones. I have to try a few, but yeah.
Yeah, mate.
Is this my old?
Before we wrap this one up for tonight, there'll be more opportunities tomorrow. Don't worry, guys. But yeah, good to have a quick chat there with Kai. The CS55. We'll see them tomorrow. Hopefully, not too much rain tomorrow. They'll still look resplendent in their red, black, and yellow liveries. Because yeah, I'm really keen to see still another member of the OTK family. Those Carlos Sainz developed chassis, but yeah, subtle differences between them. Really keen to see how 2024. Slightly new team here for the Motorsport UK British Kart Championships. Anthony Jordan sends his love. I was saying we're going to introduce one of our new teams. I'm not quite sure where they've gone. But yes, myself, leading the comms throughout the course of 2024. Also Henry Baudet back as well for the majority of rounds, and some special guests along the way. Careful there, Pierce. Here is where we introduce our esteemed colleague Nicole Sutherland, our roving reporter for 2024.
Hello Andrew, how you doing?
Cold. It's got quite brisk here as the sun's gone down. How's your day been?
Yeah, good, thank you. Bit of a first day in school vibes kind of thing today going on, but enjoying it and looking forward to joining you and Henry for the rest of the year.
Absolutely, and we kick off tomorrow 2 p.m. here from Whilton Mill for all of the heats, and then continuing on Sunday as well for the super heats and the final. Keep it locked here on the Motorsport TV platform of channels and here on Alpha Live as well tomorrow.